I was raised by my single dad, who owned a multi-million-dollar company. Even though he was super busy, he always put me first, and I felt truly loved. He worked from home till I was 3, and then he hired the best nannies to take care of me while he was away. Life was good until one day, something really strange happened. I was 4 years old when one night, I saw Dad working really late, and I decided to make him some hot chocolate. As I walked over to his desk, I suddenly tripped on the carpet and spilled it all over his laptop.
Oh my god, Brianna, you fried my laptop. It has so much important stuff on it.
Suddenly, I felt something happen to my face. I could feel my lips and nose and cheeks twitch uncontrollably. Dad noticed it and immediately took me to the doctor. She told us that face twitching was an involuntary condition, and it just happened to some people when they were stressed. There wasn't really any cure for it. When I turned 5, Dad enrolled me in the best school around. In the first lesson, the teacher asked us all to write a few lines about ourselves. But this girl next to me kept talking so loudly with her friends, I could hardly focus.
Hi, can you make a little less noise, please? I'm trying to write and... Gosh, are you telling me you're as stupid as you look? Don't interrupt me again.
Just then, my face twitched, and she looked even angrier as the others laughed. She thought I was mocking her, and after that day, Mona became my sworn... Someone stuck a leg out, and he tripped and landed hard on the floor. I rushed forward to help him, but Mona got there first and threw a whole bottle of ink on him. That was it. I grabbed her bag and threw everything out of the window. She screamed and pulled my hair. I turned around and slapped her face. As we wrestled, we went crashing into a poor kid's solar system project, sending planets flying everywhere. We both ended up in detention, but it was worth it. The next day, I saw Jack walking towards me in the hallway, and I felt nervous. It was the first time we'd be talking. As he got close, my face started twitching. He stopped and abruptly turned away. Oh no! Jack, please stop. I didn't mean to tease you.
You just wrinkled your nose like I'm something disgusting. I thought you were different after what you did yesterday.
Just let me explain, will you? I told him about my condition, and his face softened. We started hanging out after that, and soon we became friends. Well, I started having a small crush on him. He was sweet and simple, unlike any of the other rich, hoity-toity boys I knew. A few days later, at a park entrance, someone was selling lottery tickets, and we both got a ticket each for fun. The results were posted online the next day, but Jack said he was too nervous to look. I laughed and took both tickets and started scrolling through the results. My eyes almost popped out when I saw some numbers. The winning one was mine. Today, I texted him to ask if we could meet later, and he said he'd love to take me out for dinner. In fact, he picked out a really fancy restaurant, and it kind of felt like a date? But I was so mad when I kept waiting for 3 hours, and he never showed up. He wouldn't even pick up his phone. On my way home, we were driving past some cafes when suddenly, I yelled at my driver to stop. I spotted Jack under a streetlight, putting his scarf around a girl's neck and pulling her in for a kiss. And the girl was freaking Mona. I stormed over to them. What the heck, Jack? You stood me up for dinner, and what are you doing with her?
He's kissing me, twitchy face, because I'm his girlfriend.
His what? Jack, are you crazy?
Gosh, Brianna, I totally forgot about dinner. And no, I'm not crazy. Mona has apologized for everything to me, and she's actually really sweet.
No, she's not, Jack. Can't you see she's suddenly into you because you're rich? That's why all those other people are your friends too.
What's your problem, Brianna? Why can't you just be happy for me? Does it bother you that I'm not your poor friend anymore? The one you can feel sorry for and take care of? You just can't stand that I'm as rich as you now.
I can't believe you just said that. And suddenly, my face started twitching horribly.
God, I hate when your face does that. It's so annoying.
I snapped.
Failed 3 subjects. You're not graduating high school. You'll have to repeat a year.
What?
Come on. Surely we can find another solution. How about I pay you 10 grand and you make my bad grades go away?
Get out of my office, Jack. I quickly walked off before he could see me. He was so smart, but he'd just been wasting his time over stupid things. And Mona publicly dumped him the same day when she found out because she said she didn't want to be with a loser anymore. I graduated high school with flying colors, and of course, Dad came to attend.
Oh, hello, sir. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Well, I was hoping to see you graduate along with my daughter, Jack. Your daughter? What's her name? Brianna. What? Brianna is your daughter? Yes. In fact, she's the one who insisted I send you to school all those years ago. You have a lot to thank her for, son, including that lottery ticket you think you won.
I was gathering my stuff from the locker when suddenly I found Jack standing behind me. What do you want?
Brianna, I know what you did. What kind of crazy person gives away $10 million?
What? How do you know that?
It doesn't matter. Just tell me, why did you do that for me?
Jack, when I saw you as a kid on the roadside, it broke my heart to think you didn't get as lucky as me to be born to rich parents. That lottery ticket was also
Look out for you. I was too stupid to notice, but all those years, you were my guardian angel. You watched over me and stood up for me when no one else did. I owe you my life, forever.
My village was stunning and bountiful, but for ages, our people thought this land was cursed. Before me, no girl had been born in this village for 50 years. Everyone just kept giving birth to boys. Some couples had 14 babies just to get one girl, but they all failed. The villagers had to find women from other towns, like my mama, to marry their boys. They were beginning to think Mother Nature had abandoned them, when one day, my mother finally gave birth to a baby girl. Me. The whole village wept with joy and relief. The curse is finally lifted. The divine feminine has returned. The day of my birth was declared a holiday, and I became the town's princess. People came to worship me, taking turns to kiss my feet and be blessed with a daughter themselves. I was made to sit on every pregnant woman's lap. They thought my magic would turn the unborn babies into girls. Being a girl wasn't my only talent. I stunned the entire village when I uttered my first word at only 6 months old. By the time I was 4, I could read long paragraphs. The princess is a genius. I was too precious to be sent to school, so expert tutors were brought in from other cities, just for me. Shockingly, I was smarter than most of them. One time, my teacher tried to eat a random mushroom growing in the dirt. I slapped it right out of her hands before she could take a bite. There's white stripes on the stem. That's poison. She ran through the town screaming. The princess... To keep peace in our village, Mishka. Don't worry. We'll be with you the whole way. So, every few days I was dressed and primped to perfection to attend the marriage contest. Archery, hunting, sword fighting, mathematics. There were several levels for the boys to compete in. I was so bored. All I did was sit there and look pretty. I was really starting to wish I was a boy. They got to play games and run free in the village while I was caged like a bird. When I turned 12, I put my foot down. I want to go to school, Mama. It's too dangerous, Mishka. I'll dress up as a boy. I'll wear a wig. Please, Mama. I need a life. After a lot of begging, she accepted my request. She bought me a wig and helped me pick out boyish clothes. Soon enough, I was ready to start my second life as a boy. I was so nervous on my first day. What if someone found out about me? I should have been more worried about the school bully, Carl. Once he saw me, he said, "Do everything I say, or we'll throw you in the lake." What? I refused his orders, and he actually threw me in the water. He was horrible, not just at school, but also during the marriage contest. He said, "My stunning princess, if you choose me, all of my lands will be yours, and all of my body." Ew! I would never choose a horrible bully like him. One day when he threw me in the lake just for fun, again someone came to help. It was Ren, the son of the village contest anymore. I just wanted to be with Ren. At the next event, I made a public announcement that the contest was over. People went mad with rage, but I ignored them. Surely they'd get over their disappointment soon enough, right? Wrong. One day, some unexpected guests showed up at home. The entire town, with Carl and his family standing right ahead. They had pictures of Ren and I kissing and hugging. She has been pretending to be a boy to enter the school, and she chose a husband without the consent of any of the villagers. No! None of you have any right to choose who I marry. You're the only girl. We own your future and your destiny. You own nothing. I'm not just a girl, I'm a person. I slammed the door shut and ran up to find Mama. When I got there, I found her puking on the bathroom floor. Mishka, I'm pregnant. Holy wow. 9 months later, Mama gave birth to a new baby, another girl. The whole town rejoiced at Kira's birth, and they started worshiping our family even more. I thought another girl would set me free, but Kira being born was one of the worst things ever. As she grew up, Kira learned about our village's history. She realized that if it weren't for me, she would be the only girl in this village. I wish you were never born. Then all of this would be mine. She would lock me in a room every time Ren came over the house. Why should you get the chief's son? But we finally managed to create the line, white chalk that divided our land's resources. I took the people that trusted me and began my own village. We are going to do things differently from now on. We will learn and improve our village. While I took an oath to change things, Kira wanted things just the way they were before. She restarted the marriage contest in her village. She loved being the judge. She could dress like a queen and have men fight over her. While my home stayed the same, Kira built a castle just for herself. She made the boys do it to prove their love. I focused on building schools, playgrounds, and filling up our libraries. One day, a little boy came to me and said,
Princess, I want to see the stars.
"Sure you will. I promise." So I bought them a telescope.
The princess brought us magic. Wow.
My people loved me because my work showed results. They became happier, wealthier, and had more comforts in their life. Unfortunately, things on Kira's side were really bad. One day, Kira chose the same boy twice for a date. The other boys got really mad. "If this is really happening, I'm gathering my family to fight your family, and I will bring more people to kick your butt. What did you say?" And a war broke out between the families. One time I woke up to the sounds of people screaming. When I ran out, I saw a cloud of smoke on top of Kira's crops. They were burning. If the fire spread, her whole village could go hungry. I moved my... This was a time for celebration. We joined together and finally rebuilt our homes. Years later, I married Ren and we became chief and chieftess of the village. Even Kira showed up for the ceremony. She fell to my feet when she saw me and began to beg for forgiveness.